congratulations on your character that you get to play in armor because I was shocked. I was not expecting that twist with your character.
Yeah, we're both like, are we supposed to say that?
Yeah, that's why I feel. But what
Good.
can you say?
You didn't think that I had it in me?
No, because to be honest, you were in one of my favorite films from the last few years, which is Wildflower.
Oh, thank you. I
You're
love
welcome. So seeing this one, I was just like, oh,
it. It
total
was
opposite.
good. Yes, but that's the best part of getting to be an actor. If you can get to be a little bit of a rainbow of characters, that's what I've always wanted to do my whole life. So um, it's fun.
Where you're doing a great job and working in different genres. But tell me about the action films like this one, action, crime, thriller. What is it about the project for this one that made you want to be a part of it?
Um, well, I wanted to be a part of it. I read the script. I knew it was with Sly, and obviously, I mean, it's kind of a boring answer, but who doesn't want to work with him? And I've been talking about how, you know, the most important thing was that he was feeling my vibe of what I was going to bring to this part because, it was a short shoot and we'd have to be really in line with each other to make everything happen. And, I've done a lot of action movies and I'm very comfortable with, weapons and stuff. The only thing was that we're both a little bit older and it's not like it's 1998 and I'm running up a hill in the Thin Red Line and I could do that for 119 days and be fine. It was really hot and really crazy, but it was contained, which was very helpful. Who doesn't like to play a baddie who has an underlying relationship with the other baddie? And people, I think, really like to see Sylvester Stallone play. I mean, he's a warm baddie, but he's still a baddie, and I think people are always going to be interested in that. And I was curious to see how our vibe was going to play out on set, and I thought it played out fabulous.
Yeah, I actually like that about this film to see Stallone as a villain because right now we're always seeing him as a good guy, the vulnerable, the underdog. Right now, Tulsa King, the gangster, but now we get to see him like we don't want him to win. But we can't help it. There's that inner insight of us that kind of wants him to win. And that goes with your character.
Yeah, I think that that's the thing about playing a heavy is that um, you want people to see vulnerability and you want people to whether they can associate with it or not, or maybe they can, but that sense of there's something deeper to this person. There's something going on in their life that makes them want to do this, and there's something in their life that makes them that pushes them to a breaking point where that things go awry and they're uncomfortable and we're all uncomfortable and I like to see when bad guys are uncomfortable and show layers of humanity underneath everything.
For this film, what was it like to film in the same space for a long period? Because most of the film takes place in the bridge. What are some advantage of that?
Well, I think I mean the advantage obviously is that you can keep the trailers in the same place. But the advantage of being on one set is that while you're shooting it, you're also practicing and thinking about, at least I know in my brain I was, and the DPs and directors, and how we're going to shoot the next piece, and once you move, you have to sort of recalibrate to do that. So it was that part was made it easier. at the same time, we're in 100-degree Mississippi heat and with lots of armor and everybody's dying, and it was yeah, and obviously things on every set. There's going to be snags in it, but to keep it contained like that is a bit easier because there's not too much. I mean, your geography and your circumference, you kind of know how we're going to get everything and how to do it. Especially, I think people like me and Sylvester who have. I mean, he's been doing it for 80, whatever. I mean, 60 years rather, and I've been doing it for 30. But that was fun. It was good. The best part about it, I think, was like knowing that how technically sound you are in your brain and bouncing off people like him and the great crew and the stunt people and Kale the DP.
I've always been curious for actors that have to put on this kick-ass gear. Does the way you feel change the moment you put it on? Because I think I would want that feeling.
Two verses, two answers to that. Yes, the minute you put on that gear, you feel harder. But at this stage of the game, at my age, you're usually going like, do I really have to wear all this gear right now in this heat? Because we're gonna get like keep bringing the water. So I mean, I don't want to sound jaded, but I have done a lot of these kind of things, and it was a lot easier, I would say, when I was a little bit more gung ho when I was younger. But it never hurts to be like, oh, which gun are you going to use? And you're like, oh, this one, and it kind of fits with that, and then and the mystique of being with an action hero in a lot of movies.
I'm talking to you. I've never interviewed you before, but you seem like such a softie. How do
Yeah,
you relate to these characters like this? And just you have this look, a nasty look, and you just want to murder anyone that crosses you.
I
Is it like therapy for you? I don't know.
the funny thing is that people will say that. The truth is, um, I just like to play different people. I want to do a comedy. I want to do a rom-com. I want to be goofy. I just really like to do everything, and it's hard to get to do that. But my wife, Valeria Mason, will always say, I don't know why, but I really love you being bad. And it's not like in a weird way. It's just like she's like, you're really good at it. And they're like, are you trying to blow off steam or something? I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm just imagining what it would be like to be in this person's position who has what going on in his life and what's important and try to add those kind of layers underneath that we don't know about. We don't connect enough with people about what's going on in their lives. I feel like so I try to bring that to it. But of course, I mean, I keep saying, Alan Rickman till I die, like people like that, the quintessential amazing, but that add those that beef and and then come up with gems of lines but we all like to kick ass. It's just a little harder to kick butt as you're pushing 50.
Well, you still look young to me. And thank you so much for the time. And like I said, yeah, this was a big twist from like one of the last projects I saw you from Wildflower, total opposites. But that's
I
what
love it. I
you're
love it. Thank you. It's the best thing. That's the best compliment ever.
it's 100% true. So keep up the good work. Congratulations, you're not boxed in one genre.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Have a beautiful day.
You too. Thank you. Bye bye.